Imagine looking up at the night sky, past the blinking lights of commercial airplanes and the familiar glow of the International Space Station, to find something that simply should not be there. For decades, a dark, jagged shadow has been circling our planet in a polar orbit, a feat of engineering that defies the technology of the era when it was first discovered. This is the legend of the Black Knight satellite, a mysterious object that many believe has been monitoring humanity for over 13,000 years. Long before the first Sputnik beeped its way into history and long before the Apollo missions planted a flag on the lunar surface, this silent sentinel was already here, watching our civilizations rise and fall from the cold vacuum of space. To understand the Black Knight, we must peel back the layers of government secrecy, early radio anomalies, and the chilling testimonies of the world's most brilliant scientific minds, starting with a man who claimed to have heard its voice over a century ago. In the late 19th century, specifically in 1899, the legendary inventor Nikola Tesla was conducting experiments in Colorado Springs when he intercepted a series of rhythmic signals that defied any known explanation. Tesla, a man whose vision often reached decades into the future, was convinced that these signals were not of this Earth, nor were they natural interference from the Sun or Earth's magnetic field. He believed he was listening to a communication from an extraterrestrial source, a deliberate transmission meant to be found. Decades later, in the late 1920s, Norwegian researchers experienced what became known as long-delayed echoes, where radio signals sent from Earth would mysteriously bounce back several seconds later as if hitting a massive, artificial object positioned far beyond our atmosphere. Scientists were baffled, unable to explain how a radio wave could be reflected with such precision unless there was a physical structure orbiting our world, waiting for us to develop the technology to finally notice its presence. The mystery deepened significantly during the height of the Cold War, a time when the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a desperate race for orbital dominance. In 1954, newspapers across America, including the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and the San Francisco Examiner, carried a shocking report attributed to retired Naval Aviation Major Donald Keyhoe. He claimed that the U.S. Air Force had detected 2 satellites orbiting Earth, but there was a terrifying problem. Neither the Americans nor the Russians had the capability to launch anything into space yet. This was years before Sputnik 1, and the world was gripped by the realization that someone else was already in our backyard. These objects were moving in a polar orbit, a trajectory that requires significantly more energy and technical sophistication than the equatorial orbits used by early human satellites, suggesting that whatever was up there possessed a level of mastery over physics that we were only beginning to dream of. Perhaps the most haunting piece of evidence came in 1998, during the STS-88 mission, when the crew of the Space Shuttle Endeavour captured high-resolution photographs of a dark, irregularly shaped object floating against the darkness of the cosmos. The images were clear, showing a metallic-looking structure with sharp angles and an almost organic design that looked nothing like the debris or satellites built by human hands. While NASA officially dismissed the object as a thermal blanket lost during an extravehicular activity, the public remained unconvinced. How could a simple piece of fabric maintain such a rigid, complex shape, and why did it seem to match the descriptions of the mysterious object reported by astronauts and radar operators for decades prior? For many, these photographs were the smoking gun, the definitive proof that the Black Knight was not a myth or a radar glitch, but a physical reality that the authorities were desperate to explain away as mere space junk. The implications of an ancient, alien satellite orbiting Earth are profound and unsettling, touching on the very origins of human civilization and our place in the universe. Some researchers suggest that the Black Knight is a Bracewell Probe, an autonomous piece of extraterrestrial intelligence designed to observe emerging civilizations and only reveal itself once a certain level of technological maturity is reached. If this is true, the satellite has witnessed the construction of the pyramids, the Industrial Revolution, and the birth of the atomic age, silently recording our progress and perhaps waiting for a moment when we are ready to receive its message. The secrecy surrounding this object only fuels the fire of conspiracy, as many believe that world governments have already decoded signals from the Black Knight and are keeping the truth hidden to prevent a total collapse of the social and religious order. As we move further into the era of private space exploration and advanced satellite imagery, the legend of the Black Knight continues to haunt the scientific community. Every time a new anomaly is detected on radar or a strange shadow passes in front of the moon, the world looks up and wonders if the ancient sentinel is finally preparing to speak. Whether it is a piece of forgotten human history, a misidentified bit of modern debris, or a genuine alien artifact, the Black Knight satellite serves as a powerful reminder of how much we still don't know about the space surrounding our home. It challenges our understanding of time, technology, and our own importance in the vast, silent theater of the stars. Until the day we can reach out and touch its cold, metallic surface, the black night will remain the ultimate mystery, a dark ghost in the machine of our solar system, watching us from the shadows of the high ground.